Hello again, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener. Today we're going to look at how to make concrete stairs. And all the ones in this video are actually colored concrete stairs. This is Davis Color Palomino or San Diego Buff, two very similar colors, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But here is our demo hill. This is a hill. It was just a brutal slope, and so we've been working hard terracing the whole hill, as you saw in the previous block video, and now we got to get up to the top patio, which means we need some stairs. So how do you figure out how many steps you need? You take the total height, convert it to inches, and divide by 7. So for example, on this one we had a 10-foot elevation change. That's 120 inches. We divide that by 7. We need 17.2 steps. So we round up to 18 because you never want a step to be more than 7 inches. Anything taller than that, and you're going to start having trip hazards. So then once you figured out how many you need, you set your 2x6 form boards, and these are important for setting up the form for each one of the stairs, and you set those 2x6s at 7-inch increments. So there's going to be a little gap underneath each board, but that's okay. You're about to see how it works. All right, so you've set all those form boards and you've attached them to the wall or side forms, something that can be removable. And now it's time to bring in the concrete pumper and the truck, and then you start pouring. So when you pour concrete stairs, always start at the top, because as you can see in this video very clearly, concrete, when it's wet, is going to form and go downhill. So as it does, it's going to start filling in all the cells below, and you want to make sure to fill in each one of these cells, again, roughly to the top of those 2x4 boards. Now, as you're going to see when they start doing the actual troweling of the concrete, they are going to actually move concrete from the top slowly down as they work their way through all of that concrete. And here they go, and now they're working their way through it. And again, it's important to make sure that your forms are very precise, 7-inch steps to get through that. Now you can do slightly less. You can do basically anywhere from 6.5 to maybe 7.25, depending on who's actually using those steps and how much height you actually need. But for this particular video, we did 7-inch steps. And as you can see, they're a multiple guy team. One guy is pouring down below as the one on top works, and they occasionally had to stop the pumper because they didn't want to pour too much concrete and let this guy make sure that every step is nice and level, that all the cells are filled only to the top. And as you can see, he's kind of pulling some down as you go. All right, a couple hours later, depending on the weather, you can start doing your fine troweling and smoothing the concrete. So again, this is a two-man operation. One man is starting to take out the forms as he works down below, and the other one is doing a little bit of concrete work. And as you can see, there was a little pathway there that led off to the patio itself. So you can start smoothing the concrete after about 2 hours. The other thing that's important to note, as you saw earlier, that you have to use rebar in your stairs. It is concrete. It needs reinforcement. So make sure you run rebar down the stairs and occasionally across the stairs as well. All right, so now the guys are going through and smoothing the concrete carefully. And as they take it out, they smooth it carefully as they go through so that you have a nice smooth finish. So again, smooth, smooth. Use the trowel, kind of separate it. Now, two things important here. Notice that while the concrete is wet, after he's taken the form, he used a curved edge trowel to get a nice curved edge on the front of those stairs. He also uses another trowel and edger to pull, create a nice groove to get a slight expansion, contraction joint in between the wall and the stair. This is important because concrete will slightly expand even on stairs, even with rebar. So there needs to be just an ever so slight gap between the wall and the stairs to allow the concrete to expand and contract over the next several years. Many years these stairs will be in place. All right, so here he is whacking away on the forms and slowly removing all those as he goes to pull those forms out. And then again, pull the form, smooth the step, pull the form, smooth the step. Okay, so the next day, here's the finished product. You can see the color starting to fade. Dark colored concrete will always slowly fade over the next week until it gets to that light color. Now, finished concrete, a couple different things about finishing concrete. You can do a straight broom finish. You can do acid wash finish. I love, especially on stairs where there's potential slip hazards, to do this top cast concrete. And what top cast is they spray on this chemical and then it slowly eats away at the top layer. And notice that there seems to be like grippy. It's like almost a sandpaper finish. So it's got very, very little slippage even when it's wet. So I love using the top cast finish on the stairs. And here you go. Here's the finished product. A week later, everything's dried off and you have these beautiful stairs. Again, this one is San Diego Bluff. Very, very similar to Palomino that you saw at the beginning of the video. Well, that's it. That's all the time we have for today. Hey, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to get more of my garden videos. And oh, definitely a big thank you to Cabrera Concrete. They did a great job on this video, and Unique Landscaping that helped with all the forums as well. Well, that's all the time we have for, hey, again, hit the like. And again, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying thanks for watching.